Yo, what's good, everybody? Last week, the internet blew up after Katt Williams did a live interview on Club Shay Shay, and he outed several people which he considered fake and phony. He provided receipts, times, dates, and everything that people did him dirty. And basically, he made sure that they didn't have a space to crawl or a rock to hide underneath. He called them out. Basically, this beef centered around Kevin Hart, Steve Harvey, and other people in the industry that Katt Williams feel are either plants or tried to hold him back. So on Club Shay Shay, he spoke his piece. And for those who don't know, Club Shay Shay is a world-renowned talk show which was created by Hall of Fame football player Shannon Sharpe. And Shannon Sharpe invites major guests on his show every week to talk. But this was the interview that did it. This was the one that blew up. I mean, we might not ever see numbers like this again on an interview. Now, yes, it was some drama. Yes, it was some things that Katt needed to get off his chest. And that's what he used this time to do. So I'm going to talk about that today, as well as some other content creators who are now at odds with one another behind the interview. They're saying that people are clout chasing. It's just so much that's going on. I'm going to give my take on it, and I'm going to step out of the way. And pretty much what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to say my piece. I'm going to move on. And I'm going to leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, you know how we do. Let's go.
A few moments later.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarrett Vines Live. If this is your first time tuning in, do me a favor, like and subscribe and become a part of the Jarrett Vines Network. Thanks for having everybody here. Well, last week was a major week for Hall of Fame football player Shannon Sharpe and his nationally syndicated show, Club Shay Shay. He had comedian Katt Williams on his show, and Katt Williams came on. He spoke his piece, and the internet went crazy, as expected. Katt Williams is one of the legends of comedy. When people speak of the top comedians of all time, you instantly hear his name. He's also very famous for appearing in several movies. Just an all-around funny guy. Seems very down to earth on and off camera. But Katt Williams got very upset at people talking bad about his name, trying to make him look deplorable in the eyes of the general public. And Katt Williams sat down with Hall of Fame football player Shannon Sharpe, and he went off. And he told people how he felt, where he was coming from, and he also let folks know that he didn't appreciate the treatment that he was receiving in certain circles. And he also didn't appreciate the fact that people were talking behind his back and doing things that they would not do to his presence. I'm going to give my opinion on the whole interview. Number one, Katt Williams is a grown man, and so is Shannon Sharpe. Shannon invited Katt Williams on his show, and Katt Williams spoke his truth. He spoke what he felt from his heart was everything that happened to him. He gave events, he gave times, he showed receipts. And when you show receipts and you can prove certain things, there's no way for the other person to back out. They just have to go ahead and confess what it is they've done or what it is that they're doing. And he held feet to fire. And the very next day after the interview, certain people that got hit by the strays, they made videos. They tried to debunk certain things. It's so many comedians, actors, or whatever for me to have to go through, but several of them made videos the next day, and they wanted to clear the air. Let me make this clear. I wasn't there in the room with Katt Williams, Ricky Smiley, Steve Harvey, and none of them other cats. I wasn't there for that. I've heard things about them. They aren't good, especially when it comes to Steve Harvey and Bernie Mac. It's been said Steve Harvey's a hater. He never liked Bernie Mac. He did things to undermine him. It's been said that Kevin Hart is a plant. He's not all that funny. He just popped up in the industry and everybody started liking him. And the way his career took off, looks like his career was guided. It looks like it was altered a little bit for him to fit the agenda. This is kind of what Katt Williams is alluding to. I see certain things myself with certain people's careers, but that's for another video. I'll share that one day. But I'm going to stay on course with this whole Katt Williams situation. When you talk about somebody, and this is just me in general, when you talk about somebody and you try to destroy their name, you got some people that are Christian and they'll walk away. I'll let God deal with it. You got some other people, they're not on that level. Once you play with my name, once you play with my character and my integrity, we're going to have to fight. We're going to meet up somewhere. Whether it be the courtroom, whether it be the street, I don't care. Some people take that very personal. And when you sit out here and you talk about people and you trash their name and you tarnish their legacy, they're not going to stand for it. And Katt Williams is one of those people that feels like he's had his name tarnished and his legacy tarnished by certain individuals. And he spoke out about it. He's not having it anymore. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people don't think it was right. A lot of people don't think it was fair. But there's all but so much a man can take before he completely snaps. Excuse me, words tied up. But Katt Williams snapped. He'd had enough. And he finally got out what he had to get out. It was an exclusive. It was raw. It was uncut. It was live. It was direct. It was to the point. He said what he said. And at this point, he doesn't need to go back over it. He doesn't need to review it. He doesn't need to keep appearing on podcasts and shows and stuff like that. You know, this is for the rest of the YouTube people and the content creators. Please understand, this is not a shot at you when I say this, but ain't no need to have Katt Williams coming on your show now. Ain't no need for him to repeat what he already exclusively said on Club Shay Shay. He said all he needed to say. He doesn't need to appear on nobody else's show to try to blow up, to get bigger, to you know, people are going to want him to come on the show because they think they're going to get the same views as you know, Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp. That is done. That's over. That piece has been spoken. And us as content creators, we're going to have to move on from that. This is probably my last video about this situation. It will be. I'm not going to go on and on and on with the continuing saga unless different things come up pertaining to it. Then I may revisit it. But it was an exclusive interview. I have respect for all podcasters. I don't cross you unless you come after me, and I leave it there. But that needs to be said. Katt Williams is trending now. He's blowing up, and everybody wants a chance to get at Katt Williams. Come on over here. Come sit down at my table. Come sit on the couch. Let's talk. The talking is over. The talking is done. Katt Williams had a deck of cards and he put bitch cards on the table. And when he put the bitch cards on the table, it's up to the other motherfuckers to come and pick them up. I put them down. I called you a bitch. I said what you was, my nigga. If I'm lying and you know I'm lying, then come prove I'm lying. I got the receipts on the table. I got time and dates on the table. I got people I've spoken to. I've got my truth to tell. I've got receipts. If you got anything to debunk what I'm saying, then I need you to come forward and I need you to bring your receipts and dispute me. I don't continue to need to do interviews. I don't want to speak for Mr. Williams. This is no disrespect towards you, Mr. Katt Williams, but he may be sharing the same sentiments as me. He might not. And if he doesn't, I stand corrected. I don't want to speak for him. But nothing else needs to be said after Club Shay Shay. He laid it all on the table. He put all that shit out there. It's up to the people that he accused and he said stuff about to fire back and fix it. Because if you don't fix it, it's going to make it look like what he said is the truth. Several people have spoken. Ice Cube backed him. Ice Cube said he was basically telling the truth. He approved it. Ricky Smiley wasn't happy. Tyler Perry, I haven't heard nothing from. Different people that he went after didn't have a rebuttal. Kevin Hart had a weak ass response. If I was you, Kevin, I wouldn't even said anything. No issue with you or anything like that, Kevin Hart, but that was a weak ass response. It really was. That was so Hollywood and weak. I mean, man to man, bruh. There's no hate towards you or nothing like that. No personal issue, but Kevin, that was weak, dude. I wouldn't even say nothing. I'd have just let that shit go. That was a weak ass response. Anyway, moving on from all that. When you take shots at somebody, you have to expect for that person to defend themselves. There's people that are not going to continuously take you picking on them. It could get physical, it could get verbal, or it could turn out to something just like this did. I tried to leave you alone. I tried to walk away, and you kept speaking my name. So now that you keep speaking my name, you ain't left me no choice but to do what I'm about to do next, and that's provide receipts, dates, and times that you did certain things. And when I provide it, you can't walk away, you can't deny it. I've got you in a position to where now you got to tell the truth, and ain't no way around it. I'm waiting to hear from Steve Harvey. He doesn't have to address it. He doesn't have to say anything. But you know, people been calling Steve Harvey phony and fake for a while. And Steve, this is your moment. This is your time. The man called you out there about the beef with Bernie Mac. If somebody was calling me out there and they was lying on me, I'm not going to sit back and continue to let them do it. I'm going to speak up and say something. Now, if Steve Harvey has responded after the Club Shay Shay interview, I hadn't seen it. So if you one of my viewers, please correct me. Please drop me a link. Please let me know if you've heard any response from the things that was said about Bernie Mac not liking Steve Harvey. Which I've been heard for years. I've been heard they didn't get along. But it was further brought out there by Katt Williams. So if there's any response, let me know. Correct me. I have no problem with that. I've said it on previous videos. If y'all find anything to debunk anything that I'm saying, please let me know. Ain't no attitudes, ain't no being upset, being angry. Sometimes my viewers help me out. And I appreciate that because I need to know. But Steve, you quiet. And you were called out there. And you've been called out there for years by Katt Williams. You have addressed stuff in the past. But after Club Shay Shay, I thought you would have really came on out and said what you had to say. I thought you would have really addressed it. But we'll see. He said that Ricky Smiley was one of the ones that he had a beef with too. He spoke about him. Ricky spoke briefly. Once again, no issue, no problem with him. I like Ricky Smiley's comedy. I like a lot of stuff that he does comedy-wise. I have no problem with it. He's his own man. He's his own person. The brother has never done anything to offend me. He may play certain roles and certain characters in movies, but that's his cross to bear. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But Katt Williams was just calling out the hypocrisy in a lot of stuff. And he was just shining a light on it. And what he shined a light on, I have to agree. A lot of these guys play females in movies. A lot of these guys, they sell out. A lot of these guys do things to get a bag. And you'd be amazed at some of the things that they have to do to acquire the financial means that they got. And that's all I'm going to say about that. When you go to sleep at night, that's your butthole. That's your body. You got to deal with that, not Jarrett. Because ain't nobody finna run through me for no money. I don't get down like that, and I don't make deals like that. I'm an independent businessman. The Jarrett Vines Network, that's me. That's my financial means. That's my company. I pay people. I don't need to worry about it. And I treat people fairly within the organization that I have. I don't have anybody that could say anything wrong or speak anything wrong about me that's ever worked with me before. I do right by folks. I make appearances on time. I show up on time. I don't get behind closed doors and closed spaces dogging celebrities or certain people that I'm not cool with. If I don't like you, you know it, because I'll tell you straight up. And there are people in the industry I don't deal with. There are people in the industry that I don't like and I keep away from. And you'll never see me go near. Everybody knows when it comes to my career, I started on YouTube doing a whole lot of professional wrestling stuff. I started on Facebook with a wrestling channel because I'm a WWE fan. So everybody knows how that goes. But anyway, getting back to the Katt Williams situation, and I'm going to wrap it up. Katt Williams spoke his piece. He said what he had to say. That's pretty much the end. Us as content creators, us as bloggers, whatever you want to call it, we can talk about the moment, but let's not try to get Katt to come on our show or try to get him to show up for clout reasons, because everything that needs to be said has been said. He said it last Wednesday. I'm going to lay the cards on the table. If I'm lying, prove me wrong. So far, Katt Williams, he's like a WWE wrestler. He's got the world title hung up over his shoulder. And he's got a lot of contenders, but they not trying to get in the ring. They standing outside the ring screaming on the inside of the ring. Katt invited you. He told you to get in the square circle and come fight with him. Either step up or sit down. If you're going to step up, you got receipts to prove him wrong. If not, then I guess Katt won. Ding, ding, ding. I'm Jarrett Vines. This has been Jarrett Vines Live. I have spoken my piece about the Katt Williams situation. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I will be out. And hopefully I will see you all next Saturday. Until then, I'm gone. Thank you for being a part of the Jarrett Vines Network. And please like the Jarrett Vines Show on Facebook. Until then, I'm out. Peace.